Hi everybody, so today's little video we're going to talk about what the differences are between ScanLadder and ScanLadder TissueSync. Now there's one glaringly obvious difference that you can see. This one you can see the soft tissue, this one covers it up a little bit, okay? So with that being in mind, if we zoom in there and have a look, you can see the difference really. Both of these models are identical, but one has the 4 different scan ladders, and you can see also on this kit, 2 of them are the extra long variety, so from the 8 kit. Now, with that in mind, one similar feature that you've got on both of these is these cylinders that are on the top here. These cylinders are the same whether it's ScanLadder, whether it's TissueSync. And that's a really important part. That's a patented feature which we've got specifically for ScanLadder, which helps you no matter what scanner you're using. Today, you can see we're gonna use a Medit. We're gonna show you this workflow to be able to match these 2 data sets up really easily. But the main thing is that this, with the TissueSync, if we zoom in and again, look clearly at this, these TissueSyncs, the cylinder that's on the top is the same, but there is a key thing. Now with ScanLadder, each different ScanLadder, it's very obvious that each one is different. Again, painted feature that each one has a unique shape, okay? Now with the TissueSync, one of the key things is that is also true. So if we zoom in, we can see each one of these is slightly different cutouts, slightly different like balls, shapes, that on each side. Why? Well, to tell you first off, one of the reasons why I designed it like this was because the original versions of cylinders that we would use to scan multi-units, one of the biggest problems a lot of people would have would be the fact that if we were scanning and had just the same cylinder on each of the different sites, and I'm sure many of you will have seen this, you start to scan, you move across, you get the other cylinder, and the scanner gets confused. Why does it get confused? Well, it starts scanning and goes off on a tangent, you get duplication. It's because the scanner doesn't see the difference between the 2 cylinders. So it sees them and goes, that's the same one and I'm already here. So then it starts adding data in the wrong place. The benefit of having these random shapes, unique patterns on each one of these cylinders means that as you're scanning the soft tissue, it helps the accuracy, number one, but also it makes this soft tissue scan easier. So as you scan around, the benefit of that is there's no duplication. And we'll see that when we try this out in a sec. But the key to this is, the key point for now before we actually start scanning, the difference between the 2, the horizontal sections to reduce the frame at which the scan starts from. So it's all starting from the middle. And this is a lower arch model, okay? But the cylinder is the same between the 2. So we're gonna go into Medit, we're gonna go on scan here, and it'll load up this scan and we'll show you normal scanning first, okay? So if I go on, let's just do pre-op mandible, okay? So we've got pre-op mandible and also mandible. So this is if you were using any other scanner where we don't have SmartX. We're not gonna do SmartX with this. So if we were scanning, I'm gonna plug this back in again, make a little bit of fan noise. So you get a little bit of a tutorial about scanning in general, which we're going to show you with the scan bodies itself. So if we start in the middle, we've got a few different scan bodies there. And then this is not SmartX, so just to repeat myself, we are just going back and then we're going in and fanning out from that central location. And the same thing to recap from the other videos where we talk about accuracy. The main thing with this is these cylinders. Why? Doesn't matter what scanner you use, the main thing is the cylinders because that's the point which the lab will match to in the lab. It won't use the rest of the shape, just those cylinders. So if this is picked up accurately, then when the lab gets it, they'll be able to design accurately, okay? So we've done that, nice 30-second scan. That's all good, okay? So this is if you were using a normal scanner, not a Medit scanner, even though this is a Medit scanner, we have to kind of ignore it for this. So now if we go to the mandible scan, it'll process, it'll copy over, okay? But let's just delete that, okay? Delete and scan new data. So now we're going to scan the tissue scan, okay? So if we scan this tissue scan again, here we go. So we're not going to try and capture the same way as we did the Scan Ladder. We're not bothered about overall accuracy in terms of picking up everything. We're not bothered about whether we've got the global accuracy there for implants. This is just the soft tissue, okay? So we've scanned the soft tissue nicely. Everything's there. We've got the cylinders. There we go. Again, nice, easy, quick scan with the method there. So let's press stop. So we've got two data sets. We've got the main Scan Ladder scan. We've got the TissueSync scan. So now if we click on manual alignment down here, we can see that if we click on these different cylinders, I'm going to click 1, 2, 3 points, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And they align because of the cylinders. So the cylinders will make that data match really nice, really accurate, so that with your lab, they can design this really nicely. I'm not going to go into Medit SmartX today. That's for a different video. This is just to show you the difference between ScanLadder and TissueSync and how that helps the data match for you and your lab. And then from there, you can use that. But obviously, there is a little bit more detail we can cover when we go over Medit SmartX. So that's a separate video, and we'll show you that soon. See you then.